I'm going to say it. Quantum was oversold. Maybe I'm misquoting the live letter because of poor memory, but I believe they said max offering would translate to ultimate level mechanics. Q40 is not ultimate level mechanically. It's more of a mid-floor Savage or Criterion type of fight, which is okay, I guess. I was hoping it would take more time to clear it. Personally, not a fan of firewall tab targeting. It's more of an annoyance than difficulty. I'm not exactly wowed by the fight. It's just something to do. The rewards are also trash yet again. Also, there's zero reason to do any other version besides normal and Q4. Okay, there's a couple things that this person said that is right, but this person clearly hasn't done the fight because the fight is very difficult. The fight is very hard. It's very execution heavy, man. And there's a lot of min-maxing. You have to min-max which boss you're targeting. You have to min-max what puddle you have. There's a lot of shit that you have to keep track of, man. And you have to keep track of it like throughout the entire fight. You have to constantly switch back and forth. I think this person is completely wrong with ultimate level mechanics. I think there are ultimate level mechanics in this fight. I think that it's more of a mid-floor Savage. I think this is another thing that is completely fucking wrong. Like, this person just hasn't done the fight. I would be surprised if this person actually does ultimates, but they clearly haven't done the fight. This fight is especially hard for tanks and healers. This boss hits so fucking hard. Like, dudes, I'm not joking, man. This fucking guy, imagine a fist the size of the Hulk, and it goes into your asshole. That is how hard he hits. I'm not kidding. You will know when you do it. You will just get fucking deleted. This fight is in between a 4th level turn and an ultimate. This fight is difficult in ways that Final Fantasy hasn't really seen ever or in a long time. It's just a different type of difficulty, okay? When you have more people, you have more people that can fuck up. But when you have less people, there's a potential for more responsibility, like individual responsibility. Let's say in an 8-man raid, you have a person die. Well, there's a very high chance that you can just res that person and keep going. But in this, if you have a person die, I would argue that there's a very high chance that you can't continue. Now, yes, there are parts of the fight that you can continue, but there's a lot of parts that if you have a death, you're just fucking cooked. You're just fucking dead. And the amount of individual responsibility, I would say, is higher. Okay, so I think that this person is wrong in the fact they said that it doesn't have ultimate level mechanics. I think it definitely does have ultimate level mechanics. I also think they're wrong when they say it's more of a mid-floor Savage. I think they're also wrong on this. This is as hard as a 4th turn or like harder. Quantum was harder than basically any Savage turn. When you watch someone do this fight, you're not seeing at least 50% of what's going on. Yeah, no one will understand until how they actually try the boss is how complicated the color switching and timing actually is. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. When you see a person go over a puddle and tab target, you don't really think about it too much, but that is, I would argue, one of the most difficult and important mechanics of the entire fight. So when you watch someone, like, this fight is extremely unique. Like, in my opinion, Mr. Ozma did an insanely good job. He made a fight that yet again was super challenging. It felt rewarding when you did it, and it was different than a lot of other fights. So like when he made DSR, instantly best ultimate. When he made this, or when he made Chaotic, instantly best 24-man. When he made this, now this is default, the best 4-man because it's the only 4-man in the game. And you know what? I feel like that Final Fantasy should actually explore more 4-man content because their 4-man content is insane, actually. It is super fucking good, man. I was hoping it would take more time to clear. Okay, so this happens a lot. This is very classic from like a casual perspective. Whenever you hear someone say, I was hoping it would take more time to clear, that's like a red flag for me because they have no idea how difficult it actually is. And they have no idea the skill difference between them and like the world first raiders. The skill difference is they're not even in the same galaxy. How long a fight takes to clear is not indicative of its difficulty. So whenever people say this shit, it's always a huge red flag to me that this person doesn't even do this type of content anyway. The rewards are also trash. Okay, now this I agree with 100%. Also, there is zero reason to do any other version besides normal. And okay, this I also agree with too. So I do agree with these two, but like basically these two right here, these are just the obvious stuff. But everything about the fight in general, this person, in my opinion, has no idea what he's talking about. Oh, wait, refresh. Oh, let me see. My opinion is my feedback. When the live letter came out, whether it was translated poorly or what not, or people exaggerated, this is what I heard about Q40. Non-artificial difficulty and job optimization is makes what the game fun for me. For me, there was nothing complex in this encounter. This person, again, they didn't prog the encounter, obviously. They probably haven't even done it. No puzzles to figure out. This is completely wrong. There was a huge puzzle. They probably don't even know that you have to keep the bosses within a certain HP. Execution speed was no different than Savage mechanics like Super Chain. I actually disagree with this as well. And the reason why I disagree with this is because when we prog this fight, it felt a lot like back to back to back to back to back to back mechanic. Like there was like maybe 2 times in the entire fight where I felt like nothing was going on. And that's pretty good. Everything was pretty straightforward. See, this I completely disagree with. I expected Q40 to be a short ultimate Savage level. Okay, so I will say this, though. The different difficulties, there's almost no reason to do it. The only reason you would want to do the different difficulties if you're planning to do the hardest and if for whatever reason you want to like ramp it up slow. I think that's a single reason. Do I think that's a good reason? No, not necessarily. For the Q40 reward, you get a gamble, low chance for a mount and high chance for something like a materia as a reward for clearing. Okay, so again, I agree with this person 100%, man, that they need to, like, but it's just not this content, though. It's just not this content. It's everything. Like, Square Enix is literally the worst when it comes to rewards. Here, we can look at some of the comments, though. It's spot on with what they promised. I do think it's pretty close. They said it was going to be somewhere between a 4th turn and an ultimate. And I think that's where it is. I think that this, dude, if this fight would have been like 17, 18 minutes, it would have probably been harder than Fru. Let's see. If you actually cleared it, it's definitely way harder than any Savage fight this expansion. Yes and no. P8 Savage, P12 was more difficult. I don't think so. I don't know, man. I thought it was fucking hard. Saying is the same difficulty as a mid-floor Savage fight is insane. Yeah, that's just objectively wrong. Let's see. Quantum was oversold. That's what 14 community does and hype up something previewed. In all fairness, though, I think you are underselling the difficulty of Q40. How was this oversold, though? I guess like what did Yoshi say about it that was oversold? But he never said it was 18 minutes long. When did he say that? You guys are like making shit up. That it was going to have ultimate level mechanics difficulty. I mean, yeah, but it does, though. It does have ultimate level mechanics and difficulty. Okay, I think that the HP check that is constant throughout the entire fight on top of the debuffs that you have to swap, on top of the tab targeting that you have to do, I think that that is 100% ultimate level min-maxing. 100%. There's no shot that that would be in Savage. No fucking shot. Oh, you're playing melee, dude. Your fucking opinion doesn't even matter anyway. You're going in there on a fucking melee. You're griefing anyway. Why don't you play a fucking useful job, like one with a res? I'd love to try it. Too bad it's locked by one of the most boring forms of content in the game. The prog time for this is right in line with World First Fru. Here's the thing about this fight, and here's why I don't think it's going to get much easier even with triggers. And it's simply because the boss just hits so fucking hard, man. You guys don't know, man. You just don't know until you go in there. But I'm telling you, man, I'm fucking telling you, with the way that the game is, with the healers, the way that healers play this game, you are going to go in there. And if you are not a healer, okay, so first I'm going to say if you're not a healer. If you're not a healer and you go in there, you are going to fucking die, man. And if you are a healer, I'm going to tell you this, man. You need to unfucking learn everything that you know about Final Fantasy. Because this boss, I am not kidding. This boss hits, no, the regen, dude, it didn't matter. You think those little fucking pissy regen pots matter on how hard this boss hits? No. I mean, yeah, sure they help. Yeah, sure they help. What I'm saying is you can't rely on that shit, man. I haven't experienced tank damage this high in a very long time. Wait, is that good or bad? It's good. It makes it hard on a different level. Yeah, and that's like another thing too. You only have one healer too. But anyway, yeah, so I guess the TLDR, there's some things about this I agree with and some things I don't. It's mostly just the assessment of the fight that I completely disagree with. If I were to reword this, I would say also there is very little reason to do any other version. I do think there is a reason. Is that reason good? But I don't want to say zero.